What's up, guys? How's it going? Do not pretend to be kind if you're not going to be. Today we're doing the chaos coffee with a little bit of milk. Still haven't gone shopping yet because I've been too busy. What do I have? What am I talking about here? So, there are too many people in today's society that are just going around pretending to be kind. They act nice to you. I hate nice people because it's always the nice people that are the first ones to fuck you over, right? They just want to appear to be these friendly, jovial people, but they're actually the biggest, most insufferable pieces of shit. Uh, yeah, I'm a little triggered. And the crazy thing is, I'm not even triggered about someone doing something to me. It's about someone doing something to other people. So I'll tell you what the triggering event is right now. Uh, Warframe just reset like an hour or two ago. And there are weekly things that are kind of frustratingly long. One of them is Steel Path Duviri, which on average I think takes about 4 hours depending on RNG. It's kind of like a roguelike mode, so sometimes you get a great setup, sometimes you get kind of fucked. But this is the only time my group has ever been fucked by one of the group members. I want to go out of my way and say that I do believe Warframe has the best community of just about any MMO out there, but there's always that one shitter, right? So let me take a second. There's this one guy who, um, if you start the circuit before reset, you can finish the circuit and still get your rewards, right? So it's very important, one, to have a good group because there are certain things that get difficult if you have a bad group and a bad setup. But most importantly, to have a host that's not a self-serving piece of shit. And unfortunately, most of the group was great, but our host ended up being a self-serving piece of shit. So if it's one of those things where you can rinse and repeat. So if you don't have a good group, you can just leave and find a good group and or keep re-entering until you get host. I guess you could just go solo if you wanted it that bad, but it's also easier to run Duveri when you have a full squad because there are certain game modes that will cycle through that are really a pain in the ass to do solo. So we're going through, and the beginning of the thing, everyone's like, yeah, I'm staying in. I'm going to stay in until we're done. And then the host leaves before everyone else is done after pretending that he was going to stay in with everyone. And uh, I didn't know if he realized how much it would fuck everyone. So I was like, hey, FYI, if you're the host and you leave, it kicks everyone else out. And he just turned into this super toxic piece of shit immediately. It was like, oh, it's not my fault. Y'all waited till the end. I was like, well, not everyone waits to the end. Many of us are busy and we just have lives. I don't even remember exactly how the conversation went, but the dude just had no accountability whatsoever. And the most annoying part to me is that he was pretending to be chill with just staying in with everyone, right? We had this group chat in the squad. Everyone was like, yeah, we're gonna go, we're gonna grind it out. I was like, cool, we'll just stay in this. I'm not too bothered because I didn't care about getting the second level in Karnon. It's not a weapon I even have, let alone would really use if I had it. But the other guys, they were like still pretty low and they were like, yeah, I'm like level 3 and I got to grind out to 10 or whatever. And then the host leaves after the reset, which immediately kicks us all out. So I was more concerned about the other dudes. I was like, I felt bad because those guys wanted their Incarnon and they got kicked out with no opportunity to get it. And if the dude had just been an asshole from the beginning and let us know he was an asshole, it would have been cool. We'll one cycle and leave and re-queue before the reset. But he didn't do that. He was just a fucking dick off the front. And I get it. It is super profitable to be a douchebag. Just look at what Donald Trump has achieved. You know, he's one of the biggest assholes that ever existed. He has conned so many of his business partners out of money, bankrupted the company, and walked away with millions, right? That's kind of his whole thing. And now he's got this opportunity to bankrupt the entire country and erode the rule of law and walk away with billions. I get it. Being a selfish piece of shit is insanely um, profitable. I don't know why I blanked on that word. Well, I was three sentences ahead of where I am right now. So let me slow down and refocus. But I know a lot of people hate Donald Trump. Obviously, I've got my own personal feelings towards the dude, but a lot of people respect Donald Trump too. And you know why? Even though he demands respect despite being such a selfish piece of shit, it's because he's honest about it. No one believes except like some weird mega freaks that don't pay attention to reality. But for the vast majority, anyone that has half a brain, none of those people are going to believe that he has their best interest in heart. They know he's a selfish prick that's out to make himself and his cronies a bunch of money, right? But they still respect him because he's just honest about it. You know, one of my favorite creators, Louis Rossman, he has this saying: if you're gonna be the asshole, be the whole asshole. Not only will it just make life better for everyone else around you, but it will make your own life better. Why? Well, if you're just being the upfront asshole, then everyone just has the opportunity to avoid you from the beginning. And I know that seems like it's not profitable, but it actually is, because in the end, if you pretend to be kind but you're not kind, people are going to end up fucking you over the way you fucked them over. And I don't condone that by any means. You know, I believe eye for an eye only leaves us all blind type shit. But the way I look at it is the cycle of pain always ends with me. But as far as I'm concerned, if you're gonna be the asshole, just be the asshole, and you'll be a lot more successful in life. I'm sure that dude is just absolutely miserable piece of shit. And you know why? It's because he goes around pretending to be part of the group, part of just wants to pretend like he's going to help everyone. And then the moment he gets the opportunity to do the tiniest self serving thing possible, no matter how much it fucks everyone else over, even if he said he wouldn't, he just immediately does it. And I'm sure he gets so much backlash for that constantly, and he's even more miserable than if he were just a self-serving piece of shit, because he's a self-serving piece of shit pretending to be a kind person, but he's not a kind person. And you know why most of those big YouTubers and stuff get canceled? It's because they pretend to be kind people and then they turn out to be self-serving pieces of shit. Now, should you be a self-serving piece of shit? Probably not. But if you're going to be a self-serving piece of shit, at least be honest about it, and your life won't come crashing around your ears when everyone come crashing down around your ears, when everyone finds out the truth about you. Because the thing is, what's done in the dark will always be brought to the light. So, my thing is, in general, just try to actually be kind to people. But if you're not going to be kind to people, don't pretend like you are, because that just makes everything worse for everyone, especially yourself. All right, that's all I have to say today. Uh, Delete Windows 11, de-Google yourself. I love all of you, and God bless America. I'm going to be live later, whenever that is. The PC's all fixed. Cheers.